Hello, everybody, and welcome to this Xbox Life episode 283. Stand by for Titanfall. And I am your host, Mark, aka Wingman709. And with me this week is the familiar sounds and image of my good buddy Rob.
What's up, everybody?
And right above him in the window is our brand new host, brand new rookie podcaster. I think they call him Brun. I call him Swick, but say hello, Brun.
Is this when I give him my gamer tag? BJ
Yeah.
Swick 33. Okay, BJ Swick 33. Hello.
Yeah, you guys
Don't be nervous.
Yeah,
don't
don't
be
be
No,
nervous.
I'm trying not to.
Don't pull a BJ blooper this early.
I got my brown bag sitting next to me in case I get too nervous.
Well, some people called it as you in the group, figuring you were the new host, that you were coming back. So, yeah, what's it like to put those take those headset they're out of retirement and put them back on?
Pretty good. I mean, we had when we started. You asked me. I think it was earlier this week. I was wanted to come. Interested in coming back, and of course I said yes. I've been thinking about coming back for a while, but I was kind of waiting on till I got like an Xbox One because I feel bad because I don't have one. But then there's still a lot of people in our community that doesn't have one as well. So you brought up that good point. But I've still been playing games. So I was just like, you know what? Yeah, I'll jump back into it as long as the price is right and you guys are giving me a 10% increase on what I was making before. So how could I say no to that?
Yeah.
Very good point.
So with that, everybody, please continue to use our Amazon link. We now have to pay our host here, Brun.
It's very expensive.
Yeah, he is. So welcome back, and things are a little different than when you left because we were just an audio show back then.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was on here with you guys once as a guest, and that
A
was
couple
really
times.
fun. So
It was a
I
couple
think
times.
once. Well, yeah, but I mean, as far as once doing video, so because I had the suit and tie on, I'm just
Oh,
supporting
yeah.
the Ohio
That's
State night. So
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
So, well, welcome back, man. Welcome back. I'm going to be
It's
adjusting
good to have
the
you.
little video windows here to make sure we're all fitting in the window. But hopefully, if there's anybody watching us on Twitch just yet, hopefully all our audio and everything is coming through just fine. We've been doing some testing, and we think all the levels are good. Should one of you check, I suppose, to make sure you can hear us? Just mute your mic and listen to the Twitch feed as we continue on. So, all right. Sorry about that. I've still got my nice, wonderful cough. So, we have been giving away gift cards for those of you who are using our Amazon site, our affiliate page, which you can get to by going to thisxboxlife.com/Amazon. And you have been supporting the show. That's how you support us. So, we're giving back to you guys. So, every week we're giving away a $10 Microsoft gift card. Could come in very handy right now today, as I'm going to give this out to the next winner, and you might just be able to use this for your copy of Titanfall if you're buying digitally on Tuesday. So the winner this week is, drum roll, something like that, a Sniper's Chaos, for his correct answer of BioShock, which was the game that game box art we displayed in the show last week. So Sniper, congrats. I will get you that code here in just a minute. My wonderful cough. I'll get you that over Xbox Live here in just a couple of minutes, so you will have your $10 gift card. Thank you for playing. If you want to try to win $10 next week, continue watching the show. In our community section, we will put up another random Xbox game box art in the window, and all you got to do is go to our contest page at thisxboxlife.com, hit the contest tab, and enter your gamer tag and the name of the game that you see on the screen. If you're listening to us on audio, just pull up our YouTube page and fast forward to that section and see the box art and still enter. So, other than that, let's turn it over to Brun. Brun, what have you been playing this week?
Well, Well, let's see. The three things that I'm going to be talking about all happen to be PC games, but seeing that it's Lent started this week, I kind of gave up gameplay and playing any games between Monday and Thursday, so I only have a couple days to play games. But I opened up SimCity 5. It's been a while since I played that, so I was trying to see if I can recover a city that I had going. Playing Diablo 3, which I think you were watching me stream that last week. Playing the new update and getting ready for the expansion on that to come out here toward the end of this month. And then today with Soul Assassin stuff and playing Battlefield 4. So
Cool.
trying to enjoy that. So
Awesome.
yeah. And that's about it.
I see that our Mr. Rob has returned. So
Yes.
the blackout there in the video is on purpose. So,
I had to relocate.
so I think it's because he's not wearing any pants. So, but maybe he went and put his pants on.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Hey, all right, Rob. So what did you play this week then?
Okay, so I played some more Lego Marvel Superheroes. Definitely loving that game. However, there's something that's going on that's really irking me, and I mentioned this briefly last week, and I don't know if it's just, I don't know if it's just the. I was just reading something here. Interesting. There's something at the bottom of our Twitch feed. I don't know if you guys can check that, see if you get a little pop-up. Anyway, there's a thing that's been going on for the past couple of weeks. First of all, when I get disconnect, or actually when the Xbox shuts down and the game comes back up, most of the time I can't get the controller to reconnect. I mean, this is something that we've had in Max Curse of Brotherhood, and I've mentioned having this before in Lego Marvel. And there's another thing that's been happening lately that's really kind of irking me a little bit, is that if you have the game up and running, and I don't know if it's fully if I shut the console off, but when it comes back up, it keeps asking me to connect to live. So I'll connect to Xbox Live, sign in, and then I'll go to load a game, and then it asks me to sign in again, and then it'll say it can't find any save games. And it keeps going through this over and over and over up until Peggle is usually my standby for fixing this, or even the controller issue. Then I launch Peggle, then I launch Marvel, and then everything's working again. Did you experience any of that weird stuff like that, Mark?
No, the weird stuff I've got going on today is that all my pins have disappeared, and I can't see the music, the video, the apps blade. All I see is the main homepage, and that's it. But I'm able to play online, so I have to go into my games and apps and launch a game, and I'm able to play online. I talk to people, no problem, but all the other stuff on my dashboard's missing. So I just figuring it'll be there when I reboot. But I've not had those other issues with the games that you're talking about. Hold on.
Coughing fit.
Yeah. Have you done the unplug the Xbox test?
You mean just fully unplug it?
Fully unplug it, leave it
So it
unplugged
loses
for 30
power?
seconds. Yep.
Yeah, I'll give that a shot.
Try that. That has always fixed my problems in the past, with the exception of the day the last update I had where it took like 5 hours in several of those power recycles to get myself to even log in. So, but try that. It might just solve your issue. I
Okay.
think, I'm not surprised. Windows was notorious for not liking hibernation mode, and what this is Windows 8 hibernation mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm almost tempted to switch it over to where I power it off. So, and you can do it without pulling the cord. If you hold your finger on the button for like 7 seconds on the Xbox,
Which finger?
which anyone you want.
Some might make you feel better than others.
Exactly.
But yeah. Okay, so the other thing that I played is that game that we've been waiting for such a long time. At least you and I have, Mark. That's the Walking Dead season 2, episode 2. And I probably don't want. We're not really going to talk much about this, are we?
I don't.
Or
I
should
don't
we
think we
spoil
can.
it for everybody? Anyway, I'll go over it just briefly. It it was a little on the short side. However, there was a lot of stuff that went on. There was a lot of different story sections that made the game it made the game good. The storyline progressed. There's a couple surprises in there. Definitely good. Definitely good. Can't wait for episode 3. That's
I,
about it for
I
me.
liked the
Just
surprises. It was short, less than
yes.
2 hours, but I liked. It was definitely one of the better episodes I thought for
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
whoa surprises.
Story wise, it was awesome because you can easily get 3 hours of gameplay where you spend 2 hours of it just in one area. You know what I'm saying? You spend 2 hours just poking around and talking to people, going back and forth, and yeah, you got more gameplay, but is the value there in the play? What they did with this is they continued the story. There was a couple of sections. There was a whole bunch of things that happened that kind of gave you like WTF moments, like or what the WTH moments. What the heck? So
Exactly.
it there's some surprising things. There was a couple of things that made me really mad. I
Yeah.
was mad at a person, although I think you did a different. I think your story arc was a little bit different than mine because in the last in season or sorry in episode 1 you went to the old guy, right? Because I think you did the opposite of me.
Um, in which one?
In the end of
Oh,
episode
oh,
1,
yes, yes, I did.
you got the young guy and the old guy.
Yes,
Okay,
I went to
so
the old guy for.
yeah, and I went in the other direction, and I was very upset about that initially. But I'm really curious to see how the story's different by going to the old guy.
But
And
we'll have to talk later. It's too new to
yeah,
spoil anything.
that's right. That's right.
Maybe we'll
So
chat after the show.
yeah, definitely give it a thumbs up. Telltale's got some great stuff going on, and I can't really wait for what now. There's going to be Borderlands. It's going to be coming out at some point. Can't wait for the next episode of The Wolf Among Us, and I'm actually sort of curious now about the Game of Thrones one because I know that one is just vicious, at least in the TV show and the books. So I imagine that the game would be similar. But that's it for me.
Alrighty. So for me, I played the beautiful game that I've been kind of saying it's overpriced, but I can't stop playing it. And that, oh my goodness, Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare. I I can't stop playing this game, man. It's funny because you can lose and you're still smiling. It's like I don't think you can get upset while playing Plants vs Zombies. It's so cute, you know. It's just one of those games that it's just fun to play. The matches are fairly quick. I even enjoy the team deathmatch. I enjoy the gardens and graveyards is a lot of fun. I'd like to get a group of friends together to play some garden war or garden ops, I think it's called, or the garden warfare itself. So it's kind of like horde mode. So if anybody wants to play, let me know. But we need to do this like Monday night because come Tuesday, no one's going to be playing this game. But if anybody wants to do the four-player horde mode in PvZ, let me know. I'm up for that. Very fun game. Played some Battlefield 4. I'm enjoying that game as well. So I know, Brian, you'll be happy to know that I'm finally enjoying it.
Oh man,
Yeah.
almost choked on my water there.
Also played The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 2. Beat the game in like an hour and 45 minutes. My only thing is, I was kind of bummed it's kind of short. But, Rob, did you feel like on this particular episode that that you spent maybe an hour and a half watching it and maybe 15 minutes actually playing it.
There was so in this one there definitely were more sections and a lot less walking around interacting with things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. That's what I meant.
So yeah, I would probably say that that's probably the case. The story developed very nicely, so I was happy about that.
It just felt like there was very little gameplay. Some kind of, I mean, they've always been a little light, but it seems like they're getting lighter and lighter as it goes on.
Yeah,
So I hope that's not the trend, but we'll
and you
see.
know, we had a little bit of a discussion on Wolf Among Us, and I believe episode 1 of season 2, where actually no, it was just episode 1 of season 2 that it was very jerky, kind of laggy. I did not notice that at all in this one. It was actually pretty smooth the entire time. How about,
It,
did
it,
you notice anything?
yes, it was smooth.
Yes.
Um, I didn't. I did notice the same thing. So maybe they're fixing the issue.
He's all choked up about
Oh,
it.
I'm sorry. I've got a really bad cough. I just can't get rid of it. So I'm gonna probably try to talk as little as possible. So, um, Civ Rev, or I'm gonna be heavy on the mute button here. So if you see me talking and don't hear nothing, just tell me I'm muted. The other game I played was Civ Revolution, which is the free one on Xbox 360 up until the 15th of this month.
Saturday?
Oh yeah, I guess you got what, another week.
Yep.
So if you haven't grabbed it, get it. It's very fun. I played through a whole episode already, so fun game. I like it.
Did you guys see that there's also single player and multiplayer DLC that you can download for free as well?
Ooh, I did not see that.
I didn't know if it was always the case or if it was a part of the free thing, but I did notice that when I was going through the DLC, because I usually do that. I've noticed like what was it they did? They did something where they gave you like an XBLA game, like Case Zero.
Oh, Dead Rising 2, yeah.
Dead Rising 2 and Case Zero. So typically anytime I go out there and I download the game, I always go through the DLC to make sure that they're not giving away DLC as well. So, and do you think Walking Dead might be getting shorter in their episodes and stuff because maybe Telltale's like stretched so thin, seeing that they do have all the things going on?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I know they used to be a small team, but they've hired a ton of people, and maybe they haven't split up into separate teams there, or, you know, but I mean, all you need is like one asset or another to be cross game. Like this single person is doing each of the 3 games, and then all of a sudden you may have delays or have to shrink things down. So just a thought.
I was kind of looking at some sections of episode 2 where I really wondered, I'm like, wow, how do they even manage to just do some of this stuff? Just the amount of effort that's involved in doing the animation and the, I don't know if you would call them textures or whatever, just the background environment. There's a lot of detail in there. And just to do that across all of the different titles that they're working on, that must involve a huge team of just artists and animators, let alone the people recording the voices and then trying to get everything to match.
Yeah.
It's a lot of effort involved, and yeah, now times 4.
Yeah. Yep.
But it's still good stuff.
Oh yeah. I'm letting a couple of them come out before I take the plunge on it.
So it's like binge watching a TV show.
Yeah.
You binge play.
It's like watching House of Cards. You know, it all comes out in one big shot, and you can spend the whole weekend watching it.
Very good point.
You guys both watch House of Cards, right?
Nope. I dropped Netflix a long time ago.
I'll tell you,
Yes.
rent it for a month and just watch those seasons in a month, and then just come back to it when season 3 comes out. So,
All right. So that covers all our games, right?
oh yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it does.
yeah.
So let's keep this sucker moving. Hop into our topics for the week.
Okay. All right. The first thing that we've got is there's a little known game that is going to be releasing this week. It kind of snuck through all of the news headlines and so forth. Nobody's really talking about it at all. It's called Titanfall. Have you guys heard of this one? No,
Oh,
no, yeah. Well, let me tell you
Is that
about
an
it.
indie game?
Yeah, it's an indie game. It's an indie game uh, designed by, anyway, come on. Of course, Titanfall is probably one of the hugest titles for Xbox One and PC and 360. And it will be released, what, on Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday.
Yes, that is
Actually,
correct.
Tuesday is a big day because not only does Titanfall come out, but I'm getting 36 pounds of bacon from this company called Zacon. So it's going to be extra special. Maybe I can play Titanfall while I eat bacon.
36
Anyway,
pounds of bacon.
yeah, I can tell you about it. You got to order lots of quantities of stuff, but it's excellent. It's phenomenal. And I'll tell you later. Anyway, so there's been some leaks about some of the stuff that is in the game, and somebody on Reddit posted this stuff over here. It's some screenshots, and what they kind of talked about here was turret. Or I'll read this article here. Turrets are described as fixed emplacements which have a considerable range of motion and excellent targeting tracking systems. Reportedly, multiple Titans will usually be required to destroy these autonomous turrets, but in most cases, they can be hacked to change sides and fight on the other team's behalf.
Nice.
Wow, that's kind of interesting. This is something that we really haven't seen in any other games, really. Then I thought I remember seeing something about this before, but there's also zip lines. So zip lines can travel both ways. So I guess not just from higher to lower, because usually that's how they are in most games. And players can apparently attach from the other end or in mid-air if they're close enough. Then Pilot Hunter is allegedly a mode where only enemy pilots count towards a score limit, and 1 point is awarded for each pilot that's killed. Killing the AI-controlled grunts and specters in this mode will apparently not accumulate points towards your team's final score in the game, but will speed up the build times of your replacement Titans. And then there are 9 campaign matches in Titanfall, and you can play them both from the IMC and militia sides. Each match will apparently consist of 5 attrition and 4 hardpoint games, and each side also has its own unique pre-match briefings and battle chatter. So there's a little bit of gossip about the game, and we'll know exactly what this is all about in 2 days, at least from this recording, when the game comes out. So again, release dates on this: March 11th in North America, March 13th, so that's Thursday, in Europe and Australia, and the 14th, I believe that's Friday, right? Yeah, Friday, in the UK and New Zealand. And then 360 version hits on March 25th in North America and 28th elsewhere. That's Titanfall.
so also for that game nobody's heard about, Titanfall.
Yeah.
Well, of course, you guys are both getting it on Xbox One. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus Walks a Lot actually asked if I would be picking it up on 360, seeing that I don't have an Xbox One. And for a game like this, if I was going to pick one up or pick it up, I wrote to him and said I'd be picking it up on PC because that gets me as close to an Xbox One graphics wise, if not better. I mean, depending on your graphics card
No.
and things like that.
No.
It all depends. I mean, I run a GTX 760 on mine, so I do
Ooh,
pretty
nice.
well on my graphics. But if I do pick it up, that's where I'd pick it up. If I bought an Xbox One, obviously I'd probably get it on there as well. But kind of holding off on the game due to its publisher.
I heard something. Sorry to interrupt you, but I heard something that If things don't go well in this launch, and hopefully they do, there's a name that fits really well. Titan, not Titanfall, but Titan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plays an
So
L with an I. Oh.
yes.
Yeah. So very good. With Titanfall, so I was wondering on this, and the news came out, but season passes seem to be a thing with EA recently, and it has been confirmed that there will be a season pass for Titanfall, and the pass will be priced at $25, which essentially gives you a $5 savings on the 3 map packs that they're putting in for this season pass. So, if you bought them all separately, $10 a piece. If not, you do the season pass, buy them up front, you're saving $5, so you get it for 25. Each pack is going to have new maps, but that it may not be limited to just maps. They'll have more information on additional things that come closer to when they launch. So that's all for that.
Alrighty, thank you very much. So the next one is that Twitch broadcasting is also coming out on Tuesday. And this could very well be almost as exciting as Titanfall. But also on Tuesday, Twitch, the Twitch app on Xbox One is going to update, and we're going to now be allowed to broadcast our gameplay from the Xbox One, which is really cool.
That's awesome.
Some of the cool things about this include saying Xbox start broadcast. And it'll just start broadcasting. You can start and stop it with the sound of your voice. Stop listening! As mine over there is trying to do something it can't quite do for a couple more days. But it's trying. At least she's listening to me. But there's the really cool things about this is you can actually use your Kinect camera. You can position it where you want on your screen and which of the corners you want. So you have the ability to change that. You don't have to broadcast with your camera if you don't want to. You can also have the chat screen available. So when you put the Twitch, you can snap Twitch. So you can see everybody chatting with you if you want. Or you can make that go away and not even see it and just have full screen and still be broadcasting. So that is some really cool stuff that we're going to have the ability to do. Later on, we're going to talk about steps you need to take. Steps you need to take to get prepared for that. So we'll cover that later. But make sure you get your Twitch account created. It's free. And if you do that, be sure to share your Twitch channel out on our Facebook group. We have a thread on it right now. Just look for that, and you can share your thread, and that way people can follow you if they so choose to. So that's be a good way to find other people's channels that are in the TXL community. So, and you can see, if you actually go to the bottom of our page, of our broadcast page, you can see that myself and Braun's Twitch pages are listed there. They're linked there at the bottom, so you can go right to ours. And Rob, if you get one, we'll of course get yours on there as well. Another nice thing about the dashboard, again, we talked about it last week. You can see when you log in on your homepage how many people are broadcasting. When you go into like your friends list, it'll show your broadcasters at the top, and you can go right to their game. The really neat thing, if you're watching their game and say they're in a multiplayer game, you can actually join their game right from watching their broadcast. So there's some really cool features, and I'm really excited about this. I plan to be broadcasting probably most of the time. I put a mature tag on my channel just because I tend to people
You're very
surprised.
passionate about your gameplay.
I get a little ticked off sometimes, and I've had people go, "Oh my gosh, Wing, I've never heard you talk like that."
Verbally challenged.
I'm verbally challenged. Yes.
You have the mouth of a sailor.
I can't seem to find more intelligent words than bleep, bleep, bleep.
Why is everything for four-letter or single-syllable word?
I don't know. I wish I didn't do that, but anyways, that's it for me. Next.
Okay. I believe I'm next, right?
I will try really hard to keep my language clean when I'm broadcasting. Trust me, I will try really hard. But that's more for a warning.
Yeah. All right. So for March, Games with Gold for the first half is what we talked about a little bit ago, Civilization Revolution, starting March 16th, which will be next Sunday, the day of our next show. We will have Dungeon Defenders available for the second half of March. Basically, this is a RPG tower defense style game. I remember this thing being out a while back, but I never had a chance to play it. But now we can all play it for free. So it's a game that you can play up to 4 friends on the same console or via Xbox Live. Make sure to check it out. And even if it's not your kind of thing, I'd still download it because a free game is a free game. You might want to play it later.
True.
All right. Over to you, Brun.
Well, something you can do today, if you would like, is to take part in the Project Spark beta. It was released on like Windows 8.1 devices in December of last year, and they had a number of people sign up, and they have now released that to the Xbox One. So, if people who aren't familiar with Project Spark, I actually had asked Wing about this earlier because I think I remember seeing something in E3, and this is kind of where that person went in and they kind of built their own game and made certain things happen. And I remember it now because like you could develop the world and things like that. But what this is going to do is fans can join a dynamic development community of designers to create, explore, and play within their own world, or jump on into other community creations to modify and collaborate on a game for endless possibilities. With cross-platform capabilities and through the power of cloud saving, Project Spark creators can build on Windows 8.1 device and then pick up the controller to continue on Xbox One, vice versa, which that's pretty cool if you ask me. I do like that. And for right when we're done with this, I'm going to sign up for it on for my on Windows 8.1. So that's kind of the high level of it. If anybody's wanting to see on there, I guess you can Google and go to just look up for Project Spark global beta release, and you should find the news on it. Have you guys signed up for it?
No, I have not.
I did, and I even downloaded the beta on the X1, and then of course it says you need a key, and I never got my key, so I deleted it.
Yeah, I'm about to download it and see what it's about.
Well, I should see. I should look in my email. It's probably there now.
Yeah. If you go to https joinprojectspark.com, that can get you in to sign up today. So I'll put that on the chat.
I don't even really care. I want to play games. I don't want to create. So
it's probably really good for the Minecraft crowd, those people that have the patience and the skill to build those things. They probably like that.
And I already saw Minecraft wannabe in Project Spark. It's on our video we're playing right now. You'll see it go by. So in fact, there it is right now.
And one thing that I heard that I thought was interesting is when you get a code, it looks like an Xbox code, but you don't enter it in your Xbox. You actually enter it on the Project Spark webpage.
Yeah.
That's a little tipper, I guess.
All right. We'll move on over to the next one because this one's really cool. This is something I want to see, and I'm talking the next Call of Duty Ghosts DLC. It's called Devastation, and this will be available on the Xbox on April 3rd. This pack features 4 unique multiplayer maps, an all-new tactical 2-in-1 weapon, and Episode 2 Mayday, which is the next installment in the Extinctions uh, four-part episodic narrative. So that's the alien uh, like equivalent of Nazi zombies from the other Call of Duty games. The four maps are going to be called Ruins, which is a one. That's the first one. It's a mountaintop Mayan ruin overrun by the jungle. Behemoth is situated on a massive bucket wheel excavator, one of the largest vehicles ever created. It's a narrow, multi-level map. A collision, having collided with a New York bridge, the resulting wreckage of this cargo ship provides a setting for collision. And then the last one is called Unearthed, which is inspired by Dome, the fan favorite map from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. So look for these available on April 3rd, first on Xbox.
Okay. Last week, one thing that we talked about briefly was a little bit of kind of a leak that was had, I believe, at GameStop for a new Batman game. Well, the internet was ablaze with a whole bunch of information on this game, including a trailer that was really awesome. And we've got a couple updates on the game. First of all, there definitely is one. It's called Batman Arkham Knight. The release date for it is going to be in October 14th in particular. Warner Brothers confirmed that in part by saying that Batman Arkham Knight is scheduled for release worldwide in 2014. So the October date may or may not be right on, but it will definitely be out this year sometime. A couple more things. The website for the game lists Harley Quinn as a playable character via a pre-order bonus. And add-on content is going to include 4 challenge maps, and it'll give players the opportunity to use Harley's unique weapons, gadgets, and abilities firsthand. Then the game is going to feature the Batmobile, and it's going to have a new area of Gotham City, reportedly far larger than that of Arkham City. So that's going to be a huge environment then, because these things have been getting progressively larger with each game. Batman is going to spend his time in the game hunting down familiar faces like Scarecrow, Two-Face, Penguin, and Harley Quinn in particular. I guess that's really not any news there, since they seem to be regular people, along with Joker and Riddler and so forth. And the game is going to be the final one in the Arkham series from Rocksteady, and is going to be set after the events of Arkham City. So I'm really looking forward to this game. I've really enjoyed the other games in the past. I haven't played Origins, and I know, Wing, that you haven't. Have you tried that one at all, Brun?
No.
No? Okay. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game, and hopefully it'll be out in October, since that doesn't seem to be all too far away. Only 7 months.
About time we get bored with Titanfall, this will be there to take its place.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Brun?
All right. So, for all the gamers that have been around for a while and definitely had Nintendo for sure, who remembers RBI Baseball? You guys play RBI Baseball?
No.
Oh my goodness. I
Crickets.
do too.
Crickets.
Well,
Sorry.
That's all right. Back in January, it was announced that RBI Baseball was coming back. They were making an RBI Baseball 14. They didn't know if it was going to be like an updated one, or if it was going to be like the original RBI Baseball, or if it was a remake or anything. But and to me, honestly, I still don't really know what it's supposed to be like. But the reports have been that it is being released on April 10th. So, a month away, this game is going to be coming out. When I read this, I searched for videos and everything for like gameplay videos. I can't find anything. So I don't know if that's a good thing. Typically, in my opinion, it's not. So we'll have to see. But the company that's making it is MLB's in-house interactive entertainment division. If you guys ever seen MLB TV or anything like that, those guys that make that tool set is the company or is the group that's making the game. So
Okay.
But so if anybody's interested in RBI baseball, that'll be it. 'Cause, I mean, I think this is the only way you're going to be able to play a baseball game on the Xbox One. Because
This is the only one left.
Yeah, 2K's not making one, and Sony has an exclusive one. What's the bigs, or not the bigs, but what do they call theirs? Their baseball game.
The show.
The show. Thank you.
MLB
So
The Show.
yeah, which is supposed to be fantastic. So, but yeah, RBI baseball might be the only baseball game that we get to play.
They need to bring back the Blitz series and maybe make a baseball game out of that, like MLB Blitz. Do you remember those Blitz games, like the football and?
Remember the
Oh,
football
yeah.
one.
Those
Yeah.
were awesome.
I remember Mutant League. Those were always my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, maybe we get to the TXL software branch to get moving on a game.
Or make it in Spark.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right,
All
so
right.
I guess that's it. That's back to me. Sorry.
Yep.
All right, so for those of you on Xbox 360 that are missing out on your Peggle 2, on May 7th you'll be able to join the party as the game will be released in North America and Europe on May 7th. No word on the price, but it is $12 in Xbox One, so probably can guess for about a similar price version. Also, there's a new dual mode that I guess has been added to the 360 version. Or I'm sorry, the dual mode's been added to the Xbox One version. This allows two players to fight locally for the right to call themselves a true Peggle Master. So you can battle
And that's
it out
already
with
done, right?
That's already available, yes.
Yeah, because I saw there was a huge update for Peggle.
Huge update.
So,
yeah, the
yeah.
game's like, now what, like over 2 gig, I think. So it made a big difference.
Yeah.
So there you go.
All right. So one thing that we've had for a little while, it's been hitting the I guess the storefronts here in the United States, is that you can, when you purchase an Xbox One, you can get Titanfall. I don't know how long that's going to last, but it's been out there for about the past week or two. And pretty soon they're going to have another promotion like this where you can purchase Xbox One in the US and get Forza Motorsport 5. This is going to be at select retailers in the United States, so not everywhere. And you're going to get a digital copy of Forza 5 included with the purchase of the Xbox One. So it's not a retail copy. You will have to download this in order to play it. Retail cost is going to be $4.99. So that's a pretty decent deal compared to buying it for $4.99 and not getting anything. And then I don't think we need to go into detail about what Forza 5 is. It's a car racing game that everybody pretty much loves. So it's free stuff in one fashion. So we all like free stuff. And yeah, good times. Forza 5, Xbox One. You're up, Brun.
Oh yeah. So there's this this game that everybody was really, really interested in, and it was supposed to come out with the new consoles, but then got delayed, and it was something called Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was like one of the, as far as delays, that was like huge when Watch Dogs was delayed. Although, you know, in my opinion, you should delay a game when it's not ready instead of releasing it and it's still not being finished like 6 months later. Battlefield 4. So Ubisoft, what they did is they were smart and delayed the game, and now they are ready to release it. And pretty cool that when they mentioned the release date, it is May 27th, so it's not that far away. And it is going to be on every platform you would think of. So PC, Xbox One, PS4, 360, and PS3. So it's good that they pushed it, and seems like they're ready to announce the next release date, which is 27th. So everybody's still getting that. Everybody still excited for that game.
Well, with this thing being released so late, it better work.
Well, true.
Now they set an expectation.
Yeah, and the one thing is, it is Ubisoft. You got to remember that
Yeah.
they typically do delay games,
Yeah.
but when they release them, they are usually pretty good. I would say that Future Soldier might have been an exception to that.
Yeah.
But to anything else, like, I love the Splinter Cell series and things like that. I mean, when those games release, they're awesome. So, but 27th.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
I kind of. Someone asked me the other day if I plan on getting it, and I'm like, now I kind of don't know because I think a lot of the hype's worn off because it kind of went dark, and now we got Titanfall, and I think that really kind of. And GTA 5 was such a big success that I don't know if this is going to be as people are as excited for it now as they were back when we first saw it. So, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get this or not because I really did not like GTA 5. I don't know if I'll like this game. So I'm on the fence now if I'm going to bother with it.
Well, one thing is like, before they delayed it, they were always showing the same thing over and over and over. Like, here's Watch Dogs, and they're showing the same gameplay. I think one way to ramp up and get people excited again is to bring out more, show more stuff, and I think we'll get that. I think we'll get that this time than last because maybe they already knew they were going to delay it, so maybe that'll ramp them up.
All right, we'll see.
Yep.
All right, so I guess I'm back. I'm back. All right, so next, Sniper Elite 3. Talked about this game. This is set now to come out this summer in North America on June 27th on PC and July 1st on the PS4, the Xbox One, the Xbox 360, and the PS3. So we're going to be able to, let's see, and then Rebellion Summer Sniping kicks off outside of North America on June 27th, and that date is for all platforms. Not really sure what they mean by outside of June 27th. That's kind of odd. But if you're looking for the next Sniper Elite game, the very end of June, beginning of July, it should be available for your platform. Also, I think, I've got this too. If you guys played Sniper Elite V2, there was a if you had pre-ordered the game, you got the Assassinate Hitler DLC. Well, they're going to do the same thing for Sniper Elite 3. So they've revealed that the pre-order will receive a bonus mission called Hunt the Grey Wolf, where
He's all choked up about
Yeah,
where players will
gets
have
him
a
every
shot
time.
it. I know.
where players will have a shot at assassinating Hitler again with the game's release. So
Again.
in the mission, Hitler and his double are in Tobruk, Libya in 1942. Players will need to infiltrate the occupied streets of Tobruk and ascertain the right target before making the final shot. With an expansive open environment plus randomized target identities, journals, and locations, 505 and Rebellion are claiming that no two playthroughs will be the same. So, there you go. The other one that was called Kill the Führer was the special mission from Sniper Elite V2. So, there you go. Kill Hitler again.
Because you couldn't do it the last time.
I guess not.
They got a double last time. All right, so Microsoft filed some trademarks for 2 new games, and it just amazes me how people just watch this stuff. But I guess that's how they make their money, by watching and reporting on this kind of stuff. So Microsoft filed trademarks for, this is one that I have to read correctly, because I keep wanting to say something else. And that's Tentacles Enter the Mind. And then the second one is Ori and the Blind Forest. So both of these trademarks are in the classes that are pertaining to game software. And I guess with the titles, we can kind of surmise that, at least from the get-go. We don't have any more information. Just we'll probably be hearing about these sometime in the near future. There's some speculation as to are they part of the developer ID at Xbox series, or if it's just going to be a regular game. But there's new stuff coming down the road. That's it.
All right. My turn. I get the wonderful Battlefield 4 article today, or news. So DICE has came out and explained what Naval Strike, what the carrier assault mode will be, and the new Naval Strike DLC. So has everybody a lot of people, have you guys played 2142?
Yes.
Okay. So 2142, you had the Titan mode, which you'd go and capture these points, would shoot rockets off, missiles off to your Titan, and would eventually knock down the shield of the Titan. And then you would launch yourself onto the Titan and try to blow up the core and stuff like that. So that is what the carrier assault mode is going to be like. So each group will start on their own carrier. You'll fight to control points, which will then shoot missiles off to the carrier. And then once the defenses is down on the carrier, you can either go by spawn point or by boat. And it seems on this one here, maybe they won't do a core mode. I don't know if they'll have like a core at the end like they did in 2142. But it's like a series of MCOM stations. Definitely that, we know that for a fact that it's going to be MCOM. So that's it. I think that's going to be pretty fun. I liked Titan mode on 2142. So it's something I'm going to look forward to playing. So, and I think, did they have a release date on that DLC yet? It's coming in a couple weeks, I thought, or something. I'd have to look at Battlelog to find out for sure.
Yeah, I thought
They've
it
announced
was coming up in April, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're correct. You're right. So, yep, that's what I had. I asked about Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah.
Mike Kraft, Garbage Pail Kid.
Oh, gee.
So, yeah.
Alrighty. Alright, so the next one here. I'm going to ask Braun if you would open up the article, and I'm going to have you read some stuff because I keep coughing as soon as I start talking.
Oh,
But,
you're going to have me read?
But I want to talk about 3 different applications that you guys might want to make sure that you're aware of out there to maximize your next-gen gaming experience. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Upload Studio. This is, of course, your game DVR that you can upload your footage. Some game clips are done automatically, so be sure to go into your Upload Studio, make your little game clips, and upload them to the to the OneDrive. And then you can share those links out on the community website if you wish. For people to see, and you can share them. The other one is Machinima. Has a Wingman mode, awesome name, where you can actually snap this in and watch some gameplay. So if you're stuck certain parts of games, you can watch the kind of walkthrough right there on your screen. So they are going to have a Titanfall Wingman going on that will give you games, give you in-game tips for Titanfall. And then lastly is the Twitch broadcasting. So we talked about that. Brun, I just would like if you could tell people what they need to do on their computer and then what they need to do on their console to be prepared for the Twitch broadcasting from X1.
All right. Let me stretch here. All right. So from your computer, first thing, from your computer, go to Twitch TV, twitch.tv, and sign up for a Twitch account. Most of the people in here that we're talking to, you got that one covered. In the settings, go to channel and videos and select archive broadcasts. And then on your console, so why are they having you do that? They don't automatically archive your broadcasts anymore, right?
Correct.
You have to go turn that back on. Okay, I remember all the warning messages they give you for that. So that's the reason for that, is to archive them. I guess, you're not going to go hurry up and run back to your computer every match that you do or anytime that you turn your stream off. Okay, so on your console, you're going to sign into your Xbox One console and download the Twitch app. You can customize your picture-in-picture to broadcast both your gameplay and yourself through Kinect. In your profile, make sure your presence is set to online. And then in the settings under in the settings app under privacy and online safety, make sure the option to see if you're online is set to everyone, and broadcast gameplay is set to allow. Also in the settings app under privacy and online safety, make sure the options to share content made using Kinect is set to allow. In the settings app under preferences, check allow broadcasts and game DVR uploads. And in the settings app under Kinect, check Kinect on. And to include Kinect audio in your broadcast, check use Kinect microphone for chat. And that is all.
Okay, thanks,
Ooh.
Bron.
Yeah.
And Jesus Walks a Lot brought up a good point. We've talked about it, and I know I've said it before. We archive our Twitch broadcasts, so those people that cannot watch us live, if you still go to our page, right, when you go to our main page, you'll see where it says we're offline, but right across the bottom is like the last 6 or 7 most recent episodes. The most recent will always be on the left side. You can watch you can watch our video, replay it there on Twitch. You can also watch on YouTube. We actually upload every episode to YouTube, and you can watch it there as well if you wish. So we have 2 options for our audio listeners to check out the video if you can't watch the Twitch broadcast live. Also, for those that are wondering, how do I watch it on my Xbox One? We've had those questions tonight as well. Once we start broadcasting, it takes about 10 minutes of us to be broadcasting before we show up in the Xbox One Twitch app's search. And you just have to do a search. I usually do this XB, all one word, just this XB. Once we're in there, as soon as you start typing this X, you should have it. So, but it takes about 10 minutes. So those are just some ways to find us. Also, if you're on our computer, and you can always go to this xboxlife.com. Right at the top, it shows we're streaming. You can click that. It'll tell you on our main page when we're streaming, and you can go right to the page from there too.
Yeah, there's also a menu option, TXL on Twitch, where you can see the chat window and a small stream window too.
Okay.
Either one.
Cool. All right. Yep, Rob.
Okay. All right. So this was a little bit of interesting information. Basically, Microsoft is hoping to extend Xbox Live to both iOS and Android platforms. More Xbox, the more the better, I guess. There was a report from The Verge citing unnamed sources that claims that Microsoft hopes to draw developers to Xbox Live by extending the platform's reach while also making it easier to integrate the service with any given game. This came from a now deleted job listing that Microsoft put out that listed some of the items in this. It says, we will create a modern framework that is open source, lightweight, extensible, and scalable across various platforms, including Windows Store, Windows Phone, iOS, and Android. Other than that, we don't really have any word on this, but hopefully this is more than just Microsoft R&D, and it's pursuing pretty actively, because that'd be pretty neat. That'd be pretty neat to be able to play on your mobile devices and get that Xbox experience on there as well. So I'm crossing my fingers.
And it's definitely for games that are iOS and Android only to be able to hook in, and you don't need the Windows platform at that point.
Yeah.
Would be pretty nice, because I actually saw there's a phone coming out at one point in time where they actually had dual booting between Windows OS and Android.
Mhm.
So I wonder if it's just their way to prep for getting rid of it.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Yes.
All right.
Hey, one thing before Ron goes into his last thing, um, I did think too when this Twitch app updates. Right now, like you can't find us. I mean, the only thing in the Twitch app is like what's live. The only thing you see is actual live running streams at the moment. Once they update this and it's all linked, I would expect that you'd be able to go like YouTube now. If you look at the YouTube app, you can see those channels you're subscribed to and stuff like that in the YouTube app. I would expect that we're going to see the same thing with the Twitch app, so it might be easier to find us come next week when they update the application. So hopefully that'll be there, and if it does, we'll let you guys know next week too.
Yeah, I think the Xbox One was just like a almost exact copy of the 360. Almost.
Yeah, just
It was just kind of like
watching
to
a
watch
video, that's
stuff.
it.
Yeah, yeah. All right, cool. All right. For my final story for tonight, it is another Telltale game, which is Tales from the Borderlands. Some details have come out of SXSW.
South by Southwest.
Yeah. What it is, I read this earlier. I was trying to. The question is like what a lot of people were asking when they were talking about this game. It's like, what is it really going to be? Is it going to be Borderlands? Is it going to be? Are you a vault hunter, or things like that? So what it says here is the story-driven adventure game is collaboration between Polar, two main characters, and I looked this up. I think it's Rias and Fiona will narrate the story from a future perspective. In other words, what you play is what the characters say happened. Goes on to say you never really play what actually happened. You're playing the big fish version of what happened. Given that Rias works for mega corporation Hyperion, I believe that's how you say that, right? That's that.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, they make those guns. Right?
Yeah, it's the big thing in Borderlands 2, if I'm right. Handsome Jack runs it or something like that. And Fiona is a con artist that's shaky ground to stand on. So the characters' backgrounds also mean that they won't be world-saving heroes. These are people motivated primarily by greed. Unlike Telltale's Walking Dead or The Wolf Among Us, which often force players to choose between bad and worse, Tales from the Borderlands will present players with two extremely desirable options. The game's tone will also set it apart, as it will be lighter, more humorous affair than Clementine or Bigby's misadventures. Hopefully that all made sense, because I haven't been keeping up with this one. So, but that is all. Some of the details, which I not really sure exactly what they're giving out that they haven't given out already. Thought we already knew the characters in the past. So, all right.
Cool. Well, I think it'd be interesting. The difference in the choices are going to be both desirable instead of maybe two bad decisions.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. The lesser evil.
Yeah. And not to ruin this one, because I don't know the ending of this one like I did, other ones that you say that I ruined. I'm pretty sure that all the desirable things, since this is all done on greed, I bet you at the very end, you have to choose to like either off your partner or split it with them. There you go. I ruined the end for everybody.
There you go. right, Rob, why don't you take us into our community stuff?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention one quick thing. This is kind of an off topic on the Xbox scene a little bit, but I thought it was surprising enough, and there was kind of a coincidence aspect to this that I would just bring it up briefly. So, over the past, I don't know, year or so, there's been a lot of movement in the Microsoft world with the announcement of Ballmer stepping down and being replaced, and we don't know exactly what's going to happen with all that. I mean, what Nadella's in there right now, and Bill Gates is somehow involved, but that's all up in the air. Then, what Julie Larson Green was getting she was getting the devices division, and now she's not getting it, or rather, it's going to be transitioned off to the guy from Nokia. What's his name? Stephen. We talked about him last week. Do you remember who it was, Mark?
Nope.
Stephen. Anyway, it was the guy from Nokia. I guess he's
Nokia.
Nokia. He's transitioning there later on. So what exactly is going to happen with the Xbox division? Who knows? There was all this talk about maybe spinning it off into its own separate company, and the profitability of it was in question based on some analysts. And again, these are just analysts; they're not really video game people. They're more looking at the cost of things and so forth. Well, Xbox's biggest competitor is the PlayStation, and there was some news last week. I don't know if you guys saw this, where the big guy over there, Jack Tretton, stepped down. He's basically the CEO of Sony Corporation, Entertainment,
America.
SCEA, yeah, America.
Mhm.
Yeah, so at the end of the month, he's gone, and he's been there for a very long time.
Mhm.
So it's curious to see what's going to happen with these two consoles, considering that like there's leadership changes on both ends, and hopefully the changes will be for the best. Uh, of course, this is an Xbox show, but we still don't wish anything bad to happen to the to the PlayStation, because we want that
What?
competition to be there. We want that
Yeah.
competition.
Burn,
It's gonna.
burn
was-
Sony.
Yeah, I was very surprised that he's stepping down at the end of the month.
Yeah.
It's almost. I'm wondering if he's doing that for like family purposes or whatever. Because I mean, he's turned a lot of things around, as far as I know.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
I read. I don't know if it was this week. I was looking through articles where they were talking about Ballmer when he stepped down. It was like screaming fight. Like he was like blowing up and saying a bunch of stuff about everybody and things like that. I don't know if you guys saw that or if
No,
I'm
I didn't
just
see that.
am I making this up as I go?
Maybe.
I'll have to look it up.
Have you been reading Reddit again?
Yeah.
Was it on a Wikipedia? Like,
No, it's in my Feedly. So
Yeah, I'm looking at Jack's. I guess he wrote something out to the PlayStation community, and the beginning of it kind of really makes me wonder, because he says it is with mixed feelings that I inform you that I will be stepping down as president and CEO of SCEA effective March 31st. This is a result of a mutual agreement with SCEA, and I leave knowing that the PlayStation brand has never been stronger. PlayStation 4 momentum continues to accelerate, etc. Um, and then he wants to thank everybody for pushing, etc. Now, that phrasing that he used kind of makes me think that it wasn't necessarily what he wanted to do.
all right.
So I wonder if he kind of got pushed out,
Yeah.
or if Sony,
I
or
don't think he got pushed out. I think he was such a good representative for them. I think he was very well liked. I would say it's probably more of his decision to go. I'd be surprised, but we never know the true nature of the
yeah,
background.
exactly.
But I think one of the guys, if he's still in our chat room here, Mr. Mojo Red, used to work for Sony, and I think he mentioned in our Facebook group that Jack was actually a really nice person. So
Mhm.
hopefully all is well with him.
Oh yeah.
May not like his tactics at the last E3, but whatever.
It's all business.
Hey, I guess he won. He played it smart, and Microsoft really screwed it, screwed the pooch. So
Again and again.
yep, it's our own fault.
Hopefully
Yeah.
they'll stop at some point in time.
I don't want bad things for Sony.
Oh no.
No.
I hate the fanboys, whether they're Microsoft fanboys or Sony fanboys. We're all gamers, man. I got a Sony and a Wii, and I know you guys have multiple machines. Let's just all enjoy what we choose to play and enjoy the games.
It's about the games more than
Oh, yeah.
anything else.
So,
Okay. So I believe that was it for all the stories.
Cool.
so the community now, Rob,
Yeah.
community.
Yeah, we don't have anything for a community this time, right? Or, okay. I'll do the listing then. So make sure to check out our Facebook group on Facebook. It's This Xbox Life. It's a very active community. If you haven't joined, just make sure to do so. And it is now a closed group. This has been the case for some time now, at least a couple of months, meaning that when you post in there, it's not going to go on your regular feed and annoy your non-gaming friends, because it seems like people have very little tolerance for anything gaming related on Facebook. They can post 10 million pictures of their dog, but you
No.
can't post anything about a game.
Unless it's join my Farmville or
Yeah.
Candy Crush Saga game or something.
Yeah,
Annoying.
exactly. And then you can contact the show by sending us an email at contact@thisxboxlife.com. And we also have a Twitter feed at twitter.com/thisxboxlife. Now, this is something that we don't normally follow all the time. I know I check it occasionally, but if you want to get a hold of us, definitely reach out either on the Facebook group or email contact@thisxboxlife. So, Mark, you want to do the
Voicemail.
voicemail also, which was very exciting a couple weeks ago because we got a couple of things on there. If you go to thisxboxlife.com, on the right-hand side, there's a little widget that pops up where you can leave us a voice recording. You don't have to have any extra software in order to do this. You can do it straight from the webpage. And they pushed out an update a little while ago, so you can even do this from an iPad or I believe most iOS devices as well. So you can just go through and do a recording, and if it's something presentable, we will post it up on the show so you can hear yourself live. And it was awesome to have those recordings a couple weeks ago. And that's it.
How can they support the show, Rob?
Oh man, that's a very good question. That is an extremely good question. We are an affiliate of Amazon's. So you can go to thisxboxlife.com/Amazon. It's that easy. You can also go to thisxboxlife.com and click the link on the right-hand side, top right-hand side of the page. It'll take you to Amazon. Any purchase that you make after going to that link will help support the show. We get a teeny tiny itsy bitsy little portion of your purchase. Does not cost you anything extra. So definitely consider that. I know a lot of people are reaching out or looking to get audio adapters for the headsets and even headsets and so forth. So if you do that through Amazon, definitely support the show. And your purchase does not need to be just Xbox related. It could be anything on Amazon. And go to that link each and every time you make your purchase, because those links, I believe, only work for 24 hours. So if you click it, it's good for 24 hours or one purchase. So help support the show by doing something you would normally do anyway.
All right, Rob. And
How's that?
I need you to clear out the form for the contest.
Okay, boss.
So those that are watching the live stream, there's a lot of you right now. Please give a few minutes before you put your contest entry in, because he's about to wipe out that entry form. But if you want a chance to win $10 this next week in our drawing for Xbox Live Microsoft points, just put your gamer tag in, make sure it is spelled correctly, and just put the name of the game you see in here. So, and then that's all it takes, and we will pick a random winner for next week's win. And I gotta send a sniper his code. I forgot to do that. I do it right now.
And everybody's good to go. Enter away.
Oh, I can't wait to put my entry in. Am I allowed to enter anymore?
You can enter, but I'll delete you.
You'll never win, but you can enter all you want.
Wait, how's the contest stuff usually go? Representatives of this Xbox Life and their immediate families are not eligible.
All I remember is like the many will enter, few will win.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is a very easy contest for people to enter. I know some places out there force you to spam everybody on Twitter and Facebook, and that's just so annoying. I never enter those things. This is real easy. Just view what the image is or whatever the contest entry piece is. I don't want to go into too much detail on that. Enter it in on the webpage and then profit. It's an awesome thing.
Yep.
Okay, keep us going, Rob.
Okay. Just trying to do two things at once here. All right, so this week for the releases, we've got a couple of things, and a couple means two, one for each platform. First off, for the 360, we have Dark Souls 2 set to release. If you guys remember, Dark Souls was the game that came out a couple of years ago that was very, 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 very hard. So I'm expecting more of the same with this game, so I think I might pass. But then Xbox One is going to have that one game that we talked about that nobody's ever heard of, that kind of snuck under the radar, and that is Titanfall. Titanfall will be out on Tuesday for your gaming pleasure. And I guess we can also say Twitch. The Twitch stuff's going to be out on Tuesday as well, since that seems to be a really heralded feature and stuff.
Can you just imagine on Tuesday everybody trying to play Titanfall, and everybody's going to be trying to stream at the same time? Oh boy!
So we may not be able. We may not have a show next week.
Xbox Live goes down, and Twitch goes down,
and TXL goes down.
Yeah.
Well,
due to great demand, TXL
I guess
crashed.
Yeah, I guess if Xbox Live goes down, Twitch won't go down, but
yeah,
something's going down. Let's see what it is.
Twitch has been pretty wonky the past couple of months. Mark and I have had some issues.
It's been
better
pretty well lately. Yeah. I've not had it stop our feed, so that's good.
So I bet you something's going to happen on Tuesday with Twitch. And if Titanfall has like serious issues on Tuesday, I guarantee our episode title is going to be Titan Fail next week. At least I'm going to push for it. No matter what it is, I'm going to call it Titanfall.
The internet will explode. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Are you guys familiar with the headset adapter that came out? Okay. Somebody was asking, can you use any headset with a headset adapter in our Twitch comments? Didn't know if you guys knew that.
I was wondering about that as well. Major Nelson talked about it briefly on, I don't know if it was the last episode of his show or the one before, where if the headset supports some kind of standard, and I think what that means is that it's with 3.5 millimeter jack that has, you know how the let's see, I don't have any here, but how the headphone plugs have those little black lines.
Yeah.
So in between those black lines, there's left and right audio, and then there's a microphone. If the ordering of that meets the standard, my understanding was then the headphones would probably work.
Okay.
Well, as long as they don't need power. or they have their own like batteries or something if they need some kind of power. But that was my understanding that they would work. How well they work, who knows? But
So it's kind of a test and find out. So sorry,
I
I
think
forget
so.
who asked that question up
'Cause-
earlier.
Yeah, I remember seeing that also. And another thing, I haven't really looked into the full on headphone adapter combo, but it seemed to me like that was going to be a headphone adapter, which is like the $25 one, plus a headset that then plugs into it.
Okay.
So that was my interpretation of what that was going to be like, as opposed to its own little headphone plug adapter that goes into your controller, and then a permanently corded adapter, or I'm sorry, a permanently corded headphone. Now, I could be wrong, but that was just my understanding. And they're supposed to be pretty decent, too.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's it for the releases this week. Again, that was Dark Souls 2 on a 360 and Titanfall's Xbox.
Can you tell I completely missed it? I didn't even
What?
put the screenshots up.
That's okay.
I completely missed it. Sorry.
I forgive you.
I've been busy setting stuff, codes, and I've been sending money to people.
How dare you?
Yeah. I guess that's all right.
So,
Yeah.
well, if you didn't pre-order those games, Rob, where can they get them now?
Well, you can definitely get them from thisxboxlife.com/Amazon, which is our affiliate link.
Cool. Awesome. Well, Braun, it's been great to have you back.
Welcome back.
It's been fun. Yeah, it's fun. And it's funny that we're actually finishing up earlier than what we used to.
We're pushing for shorter shows. 2 hours is just way too long.
Yeah.
And we
Oh,
have
yeah.
to be under 2 hours because otherwise Twitch can't upload to YouTube over 2 hours.
Oh, nice.
So,
Okay.
well, but we feel that's too long. We lose people. So
Yeah.
gotta keep it tight, keep it fresh.
Let alone we lose ourselves as we're recording.
All right. Well, with that, we are going to take off. If you guys listen to us on iTunes, please rate us 5 stars. And let us know if the audio was better. Looks like everybody in the Twitch broadcast was saying we all sounded good. So our hard work paid off. So thanks for hanging in there with us and
Excellent.
letting us know. And thanks, guys, for your support. I am Mark, a.k.a. Wingman709, taking off.
I'm Rob, also known as Presar. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll catch you all next week.
And I am Brun, BJ's Vic 33. Have a good one.